Hi, good afternoon. My name is Josue Salvador Andrade, and I student for English 3. And my teacher is Jose Troches. I talking about Amsterdam. Is a visa needed? Uh, Generally, is a visa required to travel from Honduras to Amsterdam. As Honduras citizens are not part of the European Union and do not have visa exemption to enter exchange area countries, of which the Netherlands, where Amsterdam is located. Honduras citizens need to apply for a exchange visa to enter Amsterdam and other exchange area countries for tourists, business, or other purposes. It is important to check the specific visa requirements and application before planning the trip. This visa allows stays in the exchange area for up to 90 days for tourists, business, family visits, medical, streaming, studies, unpaid internships, or volunteer activities, lasting no more than 90 days, or for other non-profit activities. It also allows territorial and airport transit. The exchange visa allows traveling to any of the exchange states and transit through their territory, but it does not imply an automatic right to enter the exchange area. Border authorities may deny entry if proof of the purpose and condition of the trip is not provided or in the remaining entry conditions are not met. How much is a ticket? The cost of an airplane ticket from Honduras to Amsterdam can vary significantly depending on various factors, such as the time of year, the advance booking of the flight, the chosen airline, travel days, and the availability of direct or connecting flights. On average, the price for a round trip flight from Honduras to Amsterdam can range between 800 and $1,500 or more. But it is important to note that these prices are only estimated and may vary. It is advisable to use flight comparison websites or directly chat with airlines for accurate information on price and available flight options for your specific travel dates.
Hi, my name is David Alexander Martinez Castellanos, and this is my homework for the English class. I'm going to tell you about Amsterdam, specifically where it's located and the distance between our country and that beautiful city. Amsterdam is located in the western part of the Netherlands, in the province of North Holland. It lies approximately 50 kilometers or 31 miles in the northeast of the North Sea coast and situated on the banks of the river Amstel. This means that Amsterdam has many rivers and it's pretty in the north, so it can be cold in the winter seasons. The city is characterized by its flat landscape, and intersecting canals, as I just told you about the rivers, and historic urban architecture. Amsterdam is centrally positioned with the Netherlands, making it easy to accessible from any major cities such as Rotterdam, The Hague, and Utrecht. This means that Amsterdam is, as the expression you get, like every road goes to Rome, as well as Amsterdam. Every road in Amsterdam goes to in Netherlands goes to Amsterdam. The distance between Amsterdam and Honduras will depend specifically in the city you're referring to in Honduras. However, to give an idea, I'll tell you some distances. Amsterdam to Tegucigalpa, the capital of Honduras, is approximately 8,000 kilometers, or in miles, 4,900 miles, as the plane flies like, in a straight line. Amsterdam to San Pedro Sula, one of the major cities of Honduras, is roughly a little bit farther, like 8,200 kilometers, and it's not that far, but yes, it's a very significantly distance. And please know that these, as I told you, these distances are in a straight line, and the actual distances may vary on the specific routes taken and the mode of transportation you use. If you're planning to trip, the best idea is to check the airlines or the travel websites for the most accurate distance and travel options, because as I told you, this is a straight line, so this is not a real distance you will recover, because you need to talk about the plane leaving, the plane landing, and that things. Amsterdam is a beautiful city. What are you waiting for to visit it?
Kind regards. My name is Axel Icona. I am from the group number one, and I'm going to talk you a little bit about Amsterdam. Well, first of all, the currency used in Amsterdam is the euro. That nowadays it has a cost of 26, almost 27 lempiras every euro. The living wage in Amsterdam is of 2,070 euros per month. That is approximately 56,000 lempiras per month. That means that people in Amsterdam earn a salary around 24,841 euros per year. That is 671,870 lempiras per year. Well, another interesting point about Amsterdam is their transportation. They use metro and bus that both have a price of 3 euros with 20 cents for the ticket. That is approximately 18.7 lempiras. Another transportation from Amsterdam is the Harry Ferry. That this is a ship that will carry us to a side of a lake to other that is in Amsterdam. And this transportation is completely free for everybody. And the most popular transportation in Amsterdam are the bicycles. If you want to rent or if you need to rent a bicycle for an hour, you have to pay 8 euros, that are approximately 215 lempiras. You can rent to a bicycle for 3 hours for 13 euros, that are 336 lempiras. And if you need a bike for all the day and nobody gonna steal you the bicycle, you have to pay 17 euros, that are 470 lempiras. And another interesting thing about Amsterdam is the sale of cannabis or weed and mushrooms. Well, we can find a coffee shop or a mushrooms store almost in every corner from Amsterdam. These stores has allowed to sell the most of 5 grams to every person a day. The price of every gram is around 10 to 12 euros that are around 270 lempiras to 324 lempiras. And if you want a joint or a cigarette of weed, you can buy it for 5 euros that are around 135 lempiras.
My name is Daniel Amador. I will talk about Amsterdam, your hotel, restaurant, food and drinks, tradition, monuments, and the Vet University. Hotels. Amsterdam has a variety of large hotels, luxury hotels, and modest hotels. Some of the things are Hotel Intercontinental Antwerp is probably the most iconic hotel in Amsterdam. It is located in a privileged place in the books of the Amstel River, and it's surveilled in the magical drown in its water. The view from its terrace is spectacular. It is located a short walk from several museums and the famous Car's Royal Theatre. Hotel L'Europe. It has been a favorite choice for Amsterdam elite and the world's most popular celebrities since its inauguration over the Antwerp River and into the Old Town. Those are two of the hotels that the city has, but there are many from 1 star to 5 star with the elegance that characteristic with Amsterdam. Restaurant. When looking for where to eat in Amsterdam, you can find a restaurant and fast food hotel all over the city. The best areas to eat in Amsterdam are around Pan Square and Spite Square. When it's coming to dinner, the most pleasing and lively area is Late Zeppelin. Food and drinks. Here are some of the traditional dishes. Potatoes. A food that stand out among the thick food of the Amsterdam, as well as Brussels, are fresh fries. Gas. Duck cheeses. In Dukas are very well known. Hotpot. Hotpot is a very appropriate dish to eat in Amsterdam during the cold winter. It is a bed slit with mashed potatoes and carrots. Drinks. Amsterdam national drink is beer, a culture for the Duke. One of the most well known do this it displays a very fruity blondie. The most well known brand of the place are Heineken. Price The average price of menus in the Amsterdam restaurant is usually over 20 euros or 400 lempiras per person. Tradition. King's Day, one of the big holidays in Amsterdam, is King Day. It is a unique event held on April 30 every year. International Fashion Week in Amsterdam. Twice a year, this event presents the fashion that will be worn next season in Europe. The Parade, Grad in Festival, Open Air Film Festival. Museums. Museums in Amsterdam are one of the main tourist attractions. The Ring Museum, the Van Gogh Museum, and the Aesthetic Museum are the most popular options, but there are many more. Amsterdam has more than 50 museums which attract millions of visitors every year, along with the wheel of the majestic paintings from the Golden Age. You will also find modern art, press, cinema, theater, and photography.
Museums such as the Heineken Experience, the Ajax Museum, and Amsterdam will be Amsterdam without erotic museums, marijuana museum, or the torture museum. Monuments, Royal Palace, the 8 Mile of Amsterdam, Magna Plaza, I am Amsterdam. Best University, University of Amsterdam, is a public higher education institution located in the heart of the city of the Amsterdam, Netherlands. This is the third oldest university in the country.
Hi, my name is David Ayala, and I'm going to talk about people in Amsterdam, things to do in Amsterdam, and churches in Amsterdam. Well, I'm going to begin with people in Amsterdam. Amsterdam is a city with a lot of diversity of countries and nationalities of people that is living there. So most people is very tolerant with foreigners. But here, there is a very clear division between people that are from Amsterdam and people that are from the outside. For example, there is a division between languages because there's people that speak Dutch and there's people that only speak English or another language like French, because here people speak a lot of different languages. So Dutch people tend to be a bit more closed with their circle of friends. Dutch people don't mess with anybody. They are very friendly. They will show you everything you need. They will help you if you need directions. They will help you in the daily basis, but they are not that deep in conversation. So it's probably a little hard for Dutch people to be friends of foreigners because they don't have too much in common. They are very serious people, and they're also not that talkative. So Dutch people are a bit hard to befriend. Now, we're going to talk about things to do in Amsterdam. Well, in Amsterdam there are a lot of things to do. Amsterdam is famous for all the things you can do in this city. First of all, if you're someone you like history, you could go to Anne Frank's house that is located here in Amsterdam. There's also a statue of her outside her house, and there's tour guides that can explain you everything about the house and how it happened, the events of the Second World War, and also every important detail of the house. Well, that's the first thing. Second, we can say you could visit the Tulipan Garden. Here is very famous. Amsterdam is a very famous city because they export a lot of flowers, mostly tulipans. Also, you could go to Van Gogh Museum. Well, as you know, Van Gogh was Dutch, so he has a museum just for himself here in Amsterdam. Here you can go and see all his paintings. A tour guide will explain you about his life, some events that happened in his life in the when he was crazy, when he cut his ear, that he was not like that, but some were like that. You could also go to the famous Red Street district in Amsterdam. Here is where a lot of prostitution, a lot of nightlife happens. And here is famous because people from all the world come here just for this red light district. And also there are some canals that you can go in a boat, somehow like Venice. So people like a lot this site because, well, it's very pretty, it's also very romantic, and you can have a great time there. Amsterdam has a lot of churches, some very pretty churches. These churches are big churches. Some of these are not active, so they're not used for ceremonies or religious ceremonies, but some are used for renting. So you can rent a church, and so you can marry here, or you can have a big event here. Well, some of these churches are the Dwift Church. That is, some of these names are a bit complicated. The Dwift Church is one of these churches I'm telling you that you can rent for big things. You can have reunions, you can have weddings, anything you want, birthdays. Well, we also have St. Nicholas Basilica. This is one of the most famous churches here in Amsterdam. It's very pretty, and people like to go and watch the architecture of this church because it's very, very awesome. We also have Westerkerk Church, and we have the Kritzberg, the Old Kerk. These are the most famous churches here in Amsterdam. These churches all are very distinguishable because of their architecture and how they were built, because they are a bit old and they're very awesome to visit. There's also tourist guides for these churches. So in Amsterdam there's a lot of things you can do and you can enjoy of your visit, and a lot of things in Amsterdam are made just for tourists, so we have to go and know them.